This is News 3 Now at 6.
Good evening. It's an important day in our community as today marks 5 years since a massive explosion that rocked the city of Sun Prairie. Eric Franke is there tonight, but first we begin with breaking news in Waushara County, where a wildfire is burning southeast of the village of Coloma. It's about 75 miles north of Madison. We've just learned new details about the firefighting efforts. Catherine Merck arrived on scene in the last hour. So Catherine, can you tell us, what are you seeing?
Brady, I could see some of the smoke from this fire on my drive here all the way from the Portage area. And even though fire crews are keeping us a considerable distance away now, you can still see that this fire is continuing on. Here's what we know now. It's 70 acres and it's continuing to grow. Evacuations are underway. Several agencies are helping put it out, including the local fire departments and a DNR air attack plane. Right now, at least 3 structures were lost due to the fire, and officials are telling us the growth is erratic, jumping from tree to tree. We'll continue to have more updates for you throughout our newscast as we continue to report here. Make sure to stick with us throughout the evening on air and online at channel3000.com. Reporting live in Coloma.
Thank you, Catherine. We'll take a look at this video of that fire from a viewer. You can see several horses running through a thick haze of orange smoke to escape. The person who sent us this video was on Highway 21, about 4 miles east of Coloma. So later in this video, thick billows of orange smoke are coming from farther down the road where he was driving. Wildfires have been a concern this summer. State officials just sent us information about how the weather has impacted the wildfire we're tracking in Coloma. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti as part of our team coverage. So what should we know about that, Gary?
Well, the thing that will help is if they get rain there. But the problem is it's been so dry and precipitation has been so spotty that not everybody has gotten as much rain as they need. As we take a look at high-resolution radar, notice southern Wisconsin right now is precipitation free. However, up to the north, you can see some showers and thunderstorms developing. In fact, it looks like a severe thunderstorm watch has just come out until midnight for areas north of Waushara County in through central Wisconsin. Now, the question is how those storms hold together. 6-hour future track radar, one of the computer models, shows at least a pretty good chance of rain moving through the Wautoma area. However, it remains to be seen whether or not those showers and storms will sweep through Coloma and the rest of southern Wisconsin. They are starting a weakening trend as they head toward Madison around midnight. Relative humidities also play into it. Take a look at them. They're mainly in the 30 to 40% range over central and southern Wisconsin, so that air is going to work against those showers and storms as they move southward, and temperatures are warm. Right now, 90 degrees in Wautoma and Waushara County, and as long as those temperatures stay warm, unfortunately, unless we can get some rain in there, that's not going to help the wildfire situation.
There was this big boom, and it knocked me to the ground, and I felt it like it took the breath out of my body.
And more than even heard it, we felt it.
We didn't lose a firefighter yesterday. We lost a family member.
Good morning, everybody.
I can't find the proper words in the English dictionary to talk about how amazing he was. One of the best darn firefighters. He had so much passion for the fire service.
The world seems to keep turning, and for me, it feels like it's standing still.
It was 5 years ago today, almost to the exact hour, when that massive explosion happened. The blast centered in the area of Main Street and Bristol Street in the heart of downtown. Several people were hurt, and one person was killed, Sun Prairie volunteer fire captain Corey Barr, who was trying to evacuate people from the downtown area just before the explosion. News 3's Eric Franke spent a lot of the aftermath that week at the scene. He joins us again live from the fire department, Station 1 on Bristol Street, where he's been all evening. Eric, what do you remember from 2018?
Brady, you know, we cover so many stories, but just a few you'd never forget. And that night was one we will never forget. And certainly the community of Sun Prairie has not forgotten and will not forget anytime soon. What I remember specifically was the incredible work of our first responders in this community. They had to clear out, because of a gas line rupture at about 6:20, a thriving downtown Sun Prairie on a night just like this, a beautiful night when people are trying to enjoy the summer weather in downtown Sun Prairie. That gas line breaks, they smell it in the air. Captain Barr and many others trying to clear out that area. The explosion happened at about 7 o'clock. And in the hours after, the first responders continuing to clear out areas, expanding the evacuation area from 5 blocks to a half mile. and it was just an incredible night and an incredible team effort from our first responders, one that no one will ever forget. And of course, you'll remember this video of the changed landscape that day. It was this explosion that killed Captain Barr. He was checking on that gas leak. It was near his family business, just a couple of 100 yards from where I'm standing right now at the corner of Bristol and Main. Miraculously, no one else died, but several civilians, police, and firefighters were hospitalized. The explosion leveled homes and businesses, literally shaking this downtown and the surrounding areas to its core. Then Governor Walker declared a state of emergency. The community since united around the hashtag Sun Prairie Strong. It took months for the investigators to determine what happened and why it happened. It was later revealed contractors failed to properly mark a gas line. That was before some construction workers began drilling there, ultimately leading to the explosion, which destroyed the city block and claimed Corey Barr's life, who was helping evacuate the area prior to the blast. For a few members of the community here, each July 10th, they relive the worst day of their lives. And as we leave you tonight from Sun Prairie, they tell our Armand Rahman they continue forward on the hard path of healing.
It's amazing to me that we've hit the 5-year mark.
When I met up with Abby Barr, she was about to film a video at her gym, Burn Boot Camp, for an event happening on July 10th.
My life went in a whole new trajectory 5 years ago.
She says the gym is one of the many ways her life has transformed as she heals from losing her husband, Corey, to the explosion.
Using exercise and health and wellness to get me through my grief is something I didn't know I needed until it was something that I needed every day. And provide that for other people that are struggling with mental or physical health.
But still, 1,800 days later,
some days the grief is the same as finding out day one.
She owes each one to her late husband.
That entrepreneurial spirit stems from Corey. Those girls stem from Corey. Who I am stems from my relationship with Corey and his passing.
Their twin daughters, now 8 years old. Abby says she tries to give them age-appropriate explanations about what happened, but leading up to the anniversary, new, tough questions always come up.
One of my daughters was like, well, you know, is that his birthday or the day he died? I said, well, that's the day he died. And she's like, that was just right after our 3rd birthday. And I said, yeah, that was right after your 3rd birthday. And she's like, that's really sad. And I'm like, I know.
So they hang on tight to all the good memories of Corey.
Good morning, everybody.
He was goofy, and that's one of the things that comes through the girls. The girls are very outgoing. They're not shy.
Hope you're having a good day so far.
That truck behind you, it's the old 1927, the first pumper that we ever had. That was his pride and joy.
The old fire engine Corey helped restore is just one thing that brings a smile to Chris Garrison's face every day. But every July 10th, the pain still flares back up for the entire fire department.
A lot of my people will pack up and leave on that day because they don't want anything to do with that day. Once you lose a firefighter, I think that'll never leave a fire department. I think that will always be there. Corey Barr, a 15-year veteran with our organization, a gentleman that I promoted to captain.
Every day without him is painful, but Garrison says part of honoring him,
this is our Corey wall,
is ensuring every new face that comes through the training room knows Barr's face and how dedicated he was every day.
He was truly involved in the organization, not to the point of a paid-on-call person, but more like a full-time person because of all the classes and education and things that he took.
Since the explosion, Garrison says the department's improved how they monitor natural gas and what might trigger a leak in old infrastructure, like Sun Prairie's.
Now we have lasers that we can use to indicate if there's gases in a building.
We were a city of that time of probably 35,000 people, but we acted like a community of 2,000.
Mayor Paul Esser says the trauma of that evening is meeting with progress at the corner of Main Street and Bristol.
And we can look back over those 5 years and see how the community has resolved what went on there.
Right now, a development proposal for that site is going through city government.
Well, everything is going to be residential down here. It would be apartments, and then it's a corner site, and at the Main Street side of that corner, there would be a hotel.
The developer also wants to provide a space for the community to develop a memorial. Yet all of these plans are bittersweet for Abby Barr.
Personally, it sometimes makes me angry because I see that change, but it's a good change for downtown Sun Prairie. The world seems to keep turning, and for me, it feels like it's standing still.
She says her and her family have to keep walking and remembering.
In order to be able to move forward, I don't have to move on because I feel like that indicates to me I have to leave Corey in the past, whereas moving forward, I can do it with him as a part of me and as part of the girls and part of what I do for my life.
Dust and debris can leave your carpets, upholstery, and more looking dull and dirty. Stanley Steamer certified technicians can remove the buildup and restore your home to a cleaner and healthier space. For a fresh start this season, call or go online to schedule your deep cleaning with Stanley Steamer today.
Are you sure about this?
I got this. I watched the video online.
I'm good. I'm good. Oof, I can't help you with that bruised ego, but I can help you replace this roof safely.
Let the experts at Feldco do the heavy lifting this summer with 30% off roofing and siding. Plus, no interest until 2025.
30% off roofing and siding ends soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
The truckload sale is happening now at Steinhoffel's, our biggest sale of the summer. All of our stores are filled with hundreds of amazing bonus buys. Mattresses and sofas starting at just $3.99. Beds starting at $4.99. Dining sets $5.99. It all has to go. Plus, with Steinhoffel's special 72-month financing, your new furniture just got more affordable. Get in today before it's gone. The truckload sale only at Steinhoffel's and steinhoffels.com.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroil steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
At Lawton Cates, we provide compassion and guidance after a serious accident. From the first phone call, we're by your side. We know how much is at stake, and we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
Now's the time for cleaner indoor air with an air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer. You've known us for carpet cleaning, but we've been cleaning air ducts for over 20 years. We do things the right way, cleaning your entire system. So if you need an air duct cleaning, call 1-800-STEAMER today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
We return to breaking news where a 70-acre wildfire has already destroyed at least 3 structures in Waushara County. Catherine Merck is near Coloma with more details just in from those officials. Catherine?
Brady, as we continue to watch this scene here, it continues to change. Take a look at what I'm seeing right now. When we saw you back at the beginning of the show, there was big black plumes, and now that seemed to look a little bit different now. It's still far too early to know when firefighters will have this under control. We still don't know what started this fire, and we still don't know if there were any injuries. We did know that 3 structures were destroyed in this process. There were 11 other wildfires today in Wisconsin that the DNR has suppressed, and the fire danger is very high in this area. That is what we know. We did also know that this was 70 acres. We're going to continue to monitor this throughout the evening, so make sure to stick with us both on air and online at channel3000.com. Reporting live in Coloma, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Catherine. A gas leak in Dodgeville forced people away from their homes earlier today, but the leak has since been stopped. Authorities haven't shared more information on the leak, but a 2-block radius was evacuated near West Fountain Street. Road construction was happening nearby, but it's not clear that that could be related to the leak. Madison police are investigating after an unresponsive man was pulled from Lake Monona this morning. Officers and fire crews were called to John Nolan and North Shore Drives just before 6 this morning for a report of a person in the water. Life-saving efforts were unsuccessful and the man was pronounced dead. Still ahead at 6, controversy continues over Monroe's upcoming new high school after a judge throws out a lawsuit trying to dismiss past referenda. Why some voters believe they were misled. And Gary's back again with another check of the First Warn forecast.
You've got this. Whatever it is, you're ready for it. Your newly purchased defenses, top of the line. Your backup? Backing up. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So if your new house still has some old tenants, we'll make sure your checking account won't be giving you any surprises. You've got this with Associated Bank.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups? Scheduled. Work? Bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One. Gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
Get 11% off your outdoor projects at Menards. We have the best quality and largest selection of pressure-treated lumber and decking in the Midwest. Right now, an 8-foot pressure-treated 1x4 is only $389 after rebate. Suncast storage sheds are perfect for storing outdoor tools and equipment. This 7x7 low-maintenance Cloverdale resin storage shed includes a reinforced steel roof for all-season protection. Get it today for $749.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Controversy over Monroe's upcoming new high school started with a referendum. Our investigative reporting prompted an apology from the school district to its voters for misleading advertisements about the referendum. Now, a judge has thrown out a lawsuit trying to get rid of that referendum. And as the district tries to move forward, some parents still aren't ready. Kyle Pazorski reports.
Opinions are split here in Monroe over the possibility of a new high school to sit on this 77-acre lot of farmland. Some are saying they feel misled by the district, while others are saying, let's just get on with the process.
I'm for the new school proposal.
I'm of a no vote.
I voted no from the beginning.
I am absolutely in support of the new school.
It was November of last year when 54% of Monroe's voters greenlit a new high school. It was by way of a referendum asking voters to allow the school district to borrow $88 million.
The referendum was passed by the general population. The money was borrowed. The money was long-term invested. The school district is going to build a school.
Monroe School District Superintendent Rodney Figueroa says building a new school is a done deal. This despite confusion and anger from some in the city of 10,000, some still pushing for a new vote.
There's nothing that undoes a referendum.
Residents had expected to only see a $13 increase in tax based off a 2021 home value of $100,000. What homeowners got was actually much higher than was advertised.
The information that was put out was incorrect. It was lower than it should have been, and the district knew that.
Supporters of a proposed facility on the city's east side say regardless of the confusion spurred on by leaflets sent to residents, building the new school will secure the future of education in Monroe for decades to come.
It's really just going to offer a different cutting-edge, flexible learning space that I think our community and our children deserve.
Reporting in Monroe, Kyle Pazorski, News 3 Now.
An informational meeting is scheduled for tonight at the high school. It starts at 7 in the Performing Arts Center. There will be a presentation of the proposed facility, as well as a 45-minute period of questions and answers read by a moderator on stage. A public vote is scheduled for next Monday, July 17th at 6:30 in the high school gym. And Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is back with our forecast. Gary?
Well, Brady, we had that story at the top of the newscast about the wildfire near Coloma in Waushara County. That's part of the state that has seen little or no rainfall over the last 5 days. And around this time of year, we should be expecting about an inch of rain every 7 days. There was heavy rain in a few spots south and east of, say, Oshkosh over toward just northeast of Madison. Also down across northern Illinois, much of Michigan, into parts of western Iowa. But you can see most of southern and central Wisconsin, very little in the way of rainfall. Now, we're watching a line of thunderstorms develop pretty rapidly across parts of northern Wisconsin into upper Michigan, and then another line farther to the west in Iowa. These are all severe thunderstorm warnings that have just come out over the last hour or two as these storms flare up. The problem is whether or not this line of storms is going to hold together as it pushes into southern Wisconsin. If we take a look at the current relative humidities right now, you can see Wautoma in Waushara County, 31% relative humidity. You need relative humidities in the 50 to 60% range to get a lot of that rain to reach the ground. And most of southern Wisconsin seeing those relative humidities in the 30 to 40% range. So while 6-hour future track radar does show that line of storms moving through southern Wisconsin and through Waushara County where that wildfire is, notice as they start moving into the southern part of the state, those showers and storms start to break apart as they move into the drier air. And it's possible that we could even see less rain than what the radar was showing there. Now, severe weather threat, highest to the north for tonight. Tomorrow, it shifts more to the south. Can't rule out an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm even into Wednesday, mainly for areas south and west of Madison. Hail and gusty winds will be the main threats. 3 things to know. Temperatures are going to stay warm. Other than Wednesday, when we'll see more cloud cover, temperatures in the 70s will be in the 80s. We'll see chances for showers and thunderstorms over the next few days. But the best chances will be tomorrow night into Wednesday. High temperatures will be around 90 by the end of next week. Now, as we take a look at our Metro Futurecast overnight, 65 for the low, spotty showers and thunderstorms. Few people will get heavy downpours. Many people may miss out on the rain altogether. And tomorrow will be dry during the day. It'll be very warm with a high of 85. Planning your night across southern Wisconsin, you can see those showers and storms coming in from the northwest. By midnight, they're getting into the Madison area, but notice how they're breaking apart. And by 4 a.m., poof, pretty much gone. During the day tomorrow, we'll have to see if we get some showers and storms popping up into tomorrow night. The better chances up to the north and then perhaps down toward the west and southwest as we head into Wednesday morning. But again, this will be very spotty. Some areas will get heavy downpours. Other areas may miss out on the rain altogether. So as far as the rainfall is concerned, some areas less than 1/4 of an inch. Other areas could see 1 inch to 1.5 inches or more. But again, it just depends on where you are and where those storms track. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures back in the 80s with some shower and thunderstorm chances through the weekend. Then mainly dry weather next week with temperatures going up and the rain chances going down. Maybe a thunderstorm by the end of the week.
And coming up in sports, Johnny Davis looking for another year 2 jump. While the former Badger says the #1 thing he's focusing on this season with the Wizards is confidence. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride that comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community, independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
Prairie Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Prairie Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at FryConstruction.com.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the Governor of Wisconsin. If you are veterans struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
Right now, get a free footlong at Subway, like the Subway Series menu. Buy one footlong in the app, get one free. For free. That's what I'm talking about. Order in the Subway app today.
Are your dog's bad habits driving you crazy? Time to go fetch some tips from a pro.
Tomorrow, Josh takes you to a trainer's new location in the 608.
And after the heat today, we'll be tracking the rain chances this week. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
The MLB draft continued today, and we didn't have to wait too long for one of our own to be taken on day 2. Christian Opper was selected in the 5th round by the Chicago White Sox. The Columbus standout clocked 98 miles per hour on his fastball and struck out 76 batters in 53 1/3 innings pitching for Gulf Coast State. Last year, Opper was the top pitching prospect coming out of Wisconsin and was drafted in the 11th round by the Oakland A's. The Home Run Derby is tonight, and Pete Alonso will be swinging for his 3rd Derby title in the last 4 years. The former Mallard is seated 2nd in the Derby bracket, and for every home run he hits, the Mallards will take 25 cents off all grandstand tickets for Sunday's home game. In 2021, he hit 74 homers, so that would be $18.50 off a ticket. During his time at Wisconsin, Johnny Davis took a huge jump from his freshman year to his sophomore year, which in turn propelled him to a top 10 pick. And the former Badger is looking to recreate that jump in his 2nd season with the Wizards. And after spending a majority of his rookie year in the G League, Davis knows confidence will be key to seeing more playing time in D.C.
My main thing going into the season is just stay confident in myself. You know, I feel like the reason why I didn't play last year and the reason why I kind of fell off was I just lost that confidence in myself. So, you know, whether the ball goes in or not, just always stay confident in my shot, confident in my game, and just keep moving. You know, coming from being in Wisconsin, you know, my whole life and then moving to a new environment, you know, new league, you know, new faces, you know, it just took me a while to adjust, but I feel like I'm, you know, kind of starting to grow into it.
Less than 3 weeks after being suspended from the Wisconsin football team, Jordan Turner has been reinstated. The junior linebacker can now practice and play as normal. Turner was suspended after being cited for an OWI last month. He's coming off a sophomore campaign where he posted 68 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. How about this? Over the weekend, Aaron Jones showed that he's one of the best cornhole players in the world. The Packer running back advanced to the Super Hole Championship after winning a 2-round preliminary tournament at Summerfest. Brady, you good at bags?
You know, I start off strong, but then I just can't seem to, you know, maintain the correct throwing.
Okay,
so
we'll work on it.
Thank you. Thank you. What about you?
Well, hopefully I'm better at forecasting the weather than playing cornhole, but you can see there are some thunderstorms developing in northern Wisconsin. Actually, they've developed pretty rapidly. Nothing in southern Wisconsin right now, but 6-hour future track radar does bring some rain chances here. Hopefully that will help with the wildfire situation up north.
Thank you, Gary. Thanks, everyone, for spending this time with us. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.